Omer Elmokhtar is a national hero of Libya. He was born in the town of Zanzar near Tobruk in the region of Cyrenaica under Ottoman control. Young Omar lost his father early. For 8 years he studied in the Quran school of Jurabub, the Sanusi's holy city. He taught in a Sanusi Zawiya but also took part in military operations against the Italians and the Allies during World War I. In October 1911, during the Italo-Turkish War, the Italian Royal Navy reached the shores of Libya, then a territory subject to Ottoman Turkish control. They demanded that the Turkish administration and garrison surrender their territory to the Italians or incur the immediate destruction of the city of Tripoli and Benghazi. The Turks and their Libyan allies withdrew to the countryside instead of surrendering, and the Italians bombarded the cities for 3 days. This marked the beginning of a series of battles between the Italian colonial forces and the Libyan armed opposition in Cyrenaica. In 1912, the Italians invaded Libya. Omar repeatedly led his small, highly alert groups in successful attacks against the Italians, after which they would fade back into the desert terrain. Omar's men skillfully attacked outposts, ambushed troops, and cut lines of supply and communication. He was also skilled in the strategies and tactics of desert warfare. He knew local geography well and used that knowledge to advantage in battles against the Italians, who were unaccustomed to desert warfare. After the fascist coup in Italy in October 1922, the situation in Libya changed and the pressure on the king of Libya Idris as Sanusi intensified. In 1922, as Sanusi was exiled to Egypt. In 1923, after Omar became sure of the Italian intentions, he traveled to Egypt to consult with Sanusi. After his return, Omar was among the most competent and active figures in organizing and coordinating the resistance. In his capacity as representative of the Sanusi, he had assumed command of the guerrilla forces that often baffled and confounded the regular Italian forces. In the mountainous region of Al-Mukhtar, the Green Mountain, the Italian governor succeeded in 1924 in activating a counter-guerrilla force that inflicted a harsh defeat on the rebels in April 1925. Omar then quickly modified his own tactics and was able to count on constant help from Egypt. Between 1927 and 1928, Omar fully reorganized the forces. Pietro Badoglio, the new governor of Libya, January 1929, after extensive negotiations was able to reach a compromise with Omar similar to previous Italo-Senuside accords. Italian sources falsely described the situation as an act of complete submission by Omar. At the end of October 1929, Omar denounced the compromise and re-established a unity of action among Libyan forces, preparing himself for the ultimate confrontation with General Rodolfo Graziani, the military commander from March 1930. Having failed in a massive offensive in June against Omar's forces, Rodolfo, in full accord with Badoglio, De Bono, minister of the colonies, and Benito Mussolini, initiated a strong plan to decisively break off the Cyrenaica resistance. The plan was to transfer the Gebel population to concentration camps on the coast and to close the border with Egypt from the coast at Jurabub, thus preventing any foreign help to the fighters and breaking up the solidarity of the population. From the beginning of 1931, the measures taken by Graziani took their toll on the Senusist resistance. The rebels were deprived of help and reinforcements. In spite of hardships and increasing risks, Omar courageously continued the fight, but on September 11, 1931, he was ambushed near Zanta. With dignity and calm he faced up to the immediate situation and accepted his death sentence with the words, "From God we came and to God we must return." The execution of the old fighter, carried out in the concentration camp of Salak on September 16, caused great indignation in the Arab world.